Hello, hello, everybody. How are you? I hope you all can hear me. Um, I've got a little bit of housekeeping I got to do before I introduce our guests. So, the first thing I do is, like I always do, I go over and I like myself on YouTube and I share it so that Twix knows that we are live. So, let's share this onto the Twixverse. And I will say, I am live and post that. And then I have to go over to the Twitch thing and figure out how to change. Uh, I need to change the stream info to. Oh, I don't know how to do this. I need to change that. And I don't know how to do it. I need to change it off of just chatting, but I don't know how to do that. Edit stream info. How do I do that? People, I don't know. I need help. Pop out. Edit layout. Will that do it? No. I need to change it from just chatting to um, makers and builders, but I don't know how to do that. And I thought I could do it. I did it before I was monetized very easily. And now I don't know how to do it. Oh, crapanola. I don't want to keep it on just chatting, but I don't know how to fix it. And I need to take off this to emote only off. So that's done, but I don't know how to change what it is. And there's got to be a way to do that because I did it before, but it won't let me do it now. So I'm very frustrated because I wanted to change that from just chatting to a build stream. We'll try activity, edit stream info, stream preview, edit stream info. There we go. I've got it. And we're going to change that to makers and crafting. So there, wanted to get that done before the show started. So it has updated. We are now under the correct thing. Um, so I can leave that now. Thank goodness. So now I am going to uh, invite our special guest for this stream today. It is Mary Squeaker Mouse. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Sorry
Happy
for
solstice.
that.
No, you're fine. I'm over here giggling. I'm like, I wish I could help. I know nothing of what you're doing. So
I had
good job.
no I had no idea. I'm like, I did it before and now I want to do it again because I want to put it under the right category.
The number of
So
times I've said that. I've done it before and I want to do it again.
yes, yes, I've done that. I
Usually when
said,
eating peanut M&Ms, but
oh, yes, yes. So we'll quickly go through the chat here. And first we have Santa Megatron, who is first. Ho, ho, ho. And
they're
he was,
stunning.
yes, and I was congratulating him on his promptness. And Dadman says, I'm the first, like though, at Santa Megatron. That makes the official appearance official. Welcome, Dadman. Welcome, welcome. And thank you. I will have a great stream and I'll have lots of fun and we'll enjoy it a lot. We have Snortopoopus Q Burr here. Hello, humans and other critters. I'm so glad you're here today. As
Grandpappy
I
Burberry.
and as I do, I kind of skip all the hellos and backs and forth because you guys are talking to yourself. And so then the next one we have is a Squeaky Mouse herself saying happy solstice. Yes, yes. And a hello to Sir Stunning and Grandpapa Burr and Dadman and a heart. And then saying hello to Squeakas and back and forth and hello to Snortopoopus. Let's see. keep going here.
Whoa.
And we have Corey. Hello, you'll be lurking. Well, thank you for coming by today. I love you and thank you for your support very much. I really, really do. And also, Sci-Fi Mombi, thank you so much for your support. Hello, and I am glad that you are here. Da dee da. Uh-huh. And we also have a Corey over in on the Twitch side. Thank you for that very much. Now, like I tell you guys during these streams, I pretty much will not be putting any chat up on the screen because every time I put the chat up, I have to stop what I'm doing, and it just could add an hour easy to the stream. So I will just comment on the streams. And Squeeka, if you want to comment on any of the comments, feel free to whenever you want. And hey, everyone. Hey, Ash. Thank you for
Hey,
stopping
Ash.
by and Merry Christmas. And I hope you're doing well too. Um, and thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it a lot. And let's see, we have
Ow, my
Merry
cat just smacked me
Christmas
on the
to
butt.
Esh and thanks for coming. And hello to Esh.
Ouch,
And
stop.
Corey says, no problem. I'm a multi lurker, LOL. So welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. StreamYard says we have 10 people watching, so thank you, all 10 of you. And on that note, I am going to start the stream, and I always start all my build streams with this disclaimer. And it says, this channel is not intended for children.
Uh-oh.
Any images, companies, websites that are shared are for informational discussion purpose only. I don't promote the sale or purchase of any items to anybody, but especially to those under the age of 18. If you're under the age of 18, please let your legal guardian know before you buy anything or even go to any websites. We are an 18 plus channel, even though we strive to be PG 13. There are times that our toe might like kind of step over into that 18 plus water. So be aware of that. I do try to keep my streams PG 13, PG 13. So, but that being said, we still are an 18 plus channel. So let your legal guardian know that you are watching us so that you don't get in trouble if we say something that's not appropriate. That's all I'm saying. So, okay. Now that that is out of the way.
Hey, missus, I'm going to go watch this channel that's over 18 plus. Is that okay?
Sure. Yes, yes. Yes, you may. Yes, you may.
I need an adult in my life.
I'll be your adult. Oh gosh, I have to adult even you. Dang. So, okay. So on that note, we are going to be doing the Starry Night build, which was gifted to me by Squeeka through throne.com. A little promo here. I'm going to get stream elements where the stuff pops up on the comments and stuff. But if you would like to support me and buy me something, you can on throne.com. It's a privacy first wish list, which means that I don't know your information and you don't know my information. I have gifts on this and I have received gifts on this, and it's super easy to do. So throne.com / Mrs.DadmanWalking55.
I'm just
So,
glad I got to it first.
yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, look at these neat things. I'm like, there's another page. And I'm like, oh, that's it. Like, I didn't even make it to the next page. Like, I just stopped here. I don't know
There's
what's after this.
well, there is somewhere in there a bear peeing in the toilet, which
Nice.
Stunning wants built so bad. I said, well, somebody buy it for me and I will build it. So, but yes, there's some really
Only if
cute things
Stunning's
on
going to
there.
come on when you build it.
Yeah, I said he has to. I said if he buys it, he can do it. We'll do a dual stream, and he can stream his Lego builds, and I'll stream the bear peeing in the toilet. So,
Nice.
okay. On that note, we're not going to see Squeeka anymore on the
Bye,
screen,
guys.
but you will still be able to hear her, so that I can get the layout where you can see the build that I'm going to do. Which that's not the camera I want to use. So
Should put
let's
me
move
back in
this
the
over
closet. Look, I'm
here.
out of the closet.
She's out of the closet now. She,
Oh, I'm back.
I put baby in the corner. I put baby in the corner. This is the build we're going to be doing, Starry Night. And we're actually going to be doing one of the last parts of the build first because I think they're cute. And it's going to be this part right here,
Well,
which
we gotta
is the
have the
little
painter.
guy.
Yeah, we gotta
Yes,
have the painter painting while we're
yes,
building his painting. I
you're
think it's very
absolutely right.
appropriate that
So
it's the
this is
first
what,
part.
yeah, I thought it was weird that they did it last. So here's all the pieces for that right here. There's not that many of them. I'm going to dump them in my containers, which I told you I bought for at IKEA, which are wonderful. If you ever want to do builds, these are some of the best trays I have ever gotten to use. And I would recommend them. I'm going to turn my computer just a little bit so I can kind of see the chat while I'm doing this.
Now, if we wanted it to be accurate, you need some kind of room with some bars on a window. Because technically, he painted this scene. He took creative license with it and painted the scene from the insane asylum he was in.
Oh my
So he didn't
goodness.
paint the bars on the picture that he was looking through, but he technically painted this through a barred window.
Oh,
So,
that
I mean,
is
if you
really
have a prison
interesting.
build, I
I'll stick this inside there, and it'll be much more accurate. Right now, I am putting the sticker on here because I like putting the stickers on first,
oh, stickers are my
and
favorite part. I love stickers.
you can tell a build that's it's a little off center, but it's okay.
Fix it.
I know I'm gonna
Kidding.
have to. No,
Oh,
I can't stand it. It's got to be. Just need to put it a little bit. I think that will be a little more.
it's okay if
Nope.
it's a
Look
little
at
off.
that. Look at
It's an
that.
impressionist painting. It's okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Oh well, and if I want to fix it later, I have another sticker. So,
Another
yay,
sticker.
another sticker. Okay, so we got that part done
If you need a
because
home for that sticker.
I know it's gonna stay right where it's at. Okay, so we're gonna do the easel first. So we're gonna grab out all the pieces for the easel. Da da. See, they have you put the sticker on at the end, and I just can't do that.
Oh, goodness, no.
I just couldn't do that. It just would be too wrong. So we're gonna take the 3.
And this is actually not his first Starry Night painting.
Oh, really?
He actually did one first.
Interesting. So this we're gonna do here.
It's called Starry Night Over the Rhone, and it's the one. It's kind of famous too. It's actually, I love this one, but the Starry Night Over the Rhone doesn't get enough credit. But it's actually to me prettier. This one gets a lot of just knowledge. Like people know this one. It's mostly famous, mostly because of the fact that of the turbulence and the science behind it. I'll
Right.
talk about that later. But he actually did one called Starry Night Over the Rhone, and it's the river, and it's just got some ships and stuff, and it's really just a cloudy sky. You don't have the city view. There is a city kind of way off in the distance,
Mhm.
but it's really really gorgeous. I mean, I have both of them, and they're really pretty.
I am looking for a piece. I forgot to pull one piece out, so I gotta get one. I gotta go to my.
I mean, I can keep rambling on about it. I mean, this is my jam. Like I have so many renditions of this painting.
Oh,
Like,
that is so cool. So that's why when I saw this, I immediately said, "Yeah, I want this," and put it on the list. And I was hoping someone would get it. So I'm like,
yeah,
"Yay!"
it would be me because this is my jam. I mean, I can share the other one with you. I know you can't access just for giggles for when you're done. I'll share the other
Actually,
one
if
with
you
you.
could do a, oh, you can't do it. I could look
It's fine. I'll
and
just send it to you on
yeah.
Twitter, and then
If
you
you
can look
want to
at it.
put a link, if is it a link online? Is there a link?
I can put a link online.
You could stick a link in the chat. And yes, these are the small pieces again. Look at how dinky this guy's head is. He's really
Oh, that's
small.
not nice. You just called him Dinky.
He is dinky. He's a little dinky guy. So basically, we're going to put his legs on here. Make sure his feet are pointing the right. Oh, he doesn't matter. His feet don't matter.
Okay, let's see if I can do this. Oh, that didn't come out right. I don't know how to do links. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
okay.
Well, there
That's
you go.
okay.
Y'all cut and paste that right there. Oops. All right. Well,
So we're
y'all
just
can
sticking
figure.
his
Y'all
hands
smart.
on here. and
Or
he's
you could just Google it. I mean, it's called Starry Night at the Throne. You can just Google it.
this is so weird. I don't
Starry Night Over
understand
the Rain.
why they have this back piece and don't just do the whole thing. I don't know why, but I think that's just very odd. It's like he's a robot. But there we go. This is
It's
not
just so
the
you could like paper doll it. So maybe you could,
I
feel like you're
guess.
clothing him or something. I guess
I
too,
don't
you could
know.
a storage compartment for tiny, tiny monies. I don't know.
I guess hide your
Hide,
things. These are
hide
not see, these are the one bad things about when you do an off-brand build is getting these things to fit in.
He's a
They don't
pinata.
he is not wanting to work. So we'll just get it in the best we can, set him down, and then declare him done. Because that's what I do with a lot of these is I put them in and declare them done real fast so that I don't have to worry about they're supposed to snap in and they're not wanting to.
This was painted on June 19th, 1889.
Wow. This is why they did. Oh, there we go. Finally.
You did it.
Oi. Oi. There we go. That one snapped in. Just have to hear him snap. Instead of breaking bones, you're putting them together. Just make sure his arm is the right one. Because once this arm gets in, it is not coming out.
And he actually never sold this paint either. For as famous as Starry Night has become, he never sold it.
Well, I think didn't a lot of the painters become famous after their deaths?
Mm-hmm.
A
But he
lot
did
of them,
sell two works, but not. It was not one of
but
these.
this was not one of them.
Mm-mm.
There we
It
go.
hung in his
Okay.
brother's house for the longest time.
I always think it's fascinating when people find, they're like up in their grandma's attic and they find, in the rafters a painting and it's
Uh-huh.
like, this is Van Gogh's long lost art. It's worth $37 million and it was setting up in an attic for 30 years in the rafters, not even like being not even being cared for, just we were using it as insulation. Okay, here's our little dude he's well, how Van Gogh had one ear, this one might have one arm.
Technically, he didn't cut off his ear. He only cut off the ear lobe.
The earlobe.
Yeah, like the bottom part. He didn't really
Oh,
cut off the whole ear.
that still hurts though. Okay, so here's our little
Hold on,
dude.
let me try this. I'll tell you. No, I'm just kidding.
There he is. Here's our little painter dude.
Yay!
He's gonna sit over here and watch. You won't see him. He's over there watching. Now we're gonna do step 1. So that was that build. And so now we're gonna go to the next page where we're going to start doing all these blues here.
Blue is my
So,
second favorite color. It's. I mean, I tell people it's green, but because of the night sky and especially this painting, like I green. It's like really close. It's like millimeters apart. Like
there's
blue
all the
and yellow
pieces.
and green are my favorite colors. Well, that's
Mm.
funny. Blue and yellow make green. Haha, I never thought about that.
Interesting. So we're
but
going to.
but yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I just was like,
Oh no, I
I
don't know
know.
what to talk or not talk because I'm
No,
like I got facts for days.
we'll just talk over each other. I'm just trying to. I spend time rearranging the build because um, I got to get where I can deal with the pieces, and I always have the book beside me in case I need to look at it closely because sometimes, even though I can really blow this up, looking at a picture just helps. Okay, so we're starting off with this. And I chatter, so it does. You can just chatter too.
And his brother actually criticized. What's funny is his brother criticized um, mostly this one, but both of his Starry Night paintings, basically saying that he pushed the styles too far at the expense of true emotive substance, because Van Gogh really wanted that night effect. And yeah, so Theo didn't approve. Theo's his
Uh,
brother didn't really
right.
approve of this
Well,
painting.
poop on him, right? That's all I can say. You know, tough. Then
And then
don't paint it.
right. Well, and I think part of that too was because he started taking more, instead of doing more still lifes, which is what was common at the time, people
Mhm.
going and actually painting pictures of what was occurring. Van Gogh entered this phase of where he was taking more and more creative license. The village that's in the Starry Night isn't there.
Right.
Like he was on
Interesting.
a, yeah, he was on a second, third floor. He was up there, but he couldn't see the village of Saint Remy. He couldn't see any of it, and
Mhm.
but he knew of it, and so he's kind of sketched it out and painted over it and
Added it in.
added it in, and that was at the time kind of not what they did, and
Uh,
so
yeah,
that's
it's
why his
very
brother.
interesting because the way we take the way we would paint things and the way they would, and it would how it's so different. Did I like totally pick wrong pieces here? I would think I was on drugs when I did this because these pieces don't even match. Let's look at number two here. Let's grab number two. See if we have any in number two that go. Because I need like a six. What did I gotta look and see what I actually pulled. Oh, this is when I was trying to figure out the colors. I have no idea. So we're just gonna kind of wing this here. Da da da. So we have this. We need a blue here. Two, two, two,
But yeah, so
four.
like one of his excerpts, there's like lots of luckily the letters between him and his brother were kept. But he would write to him and say things like, "Through the iron barred window, I can see an enclosed square of wheat, above which, in the morning, I watch the sun rise in all of its glory."
Oh.
So he had a great appreciation for like just the sky itself.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other excerpts and stuff from his letters where he would talk about sunsets and sunrises and the night sky.
Well, I think you have to have some appreciation if, to be that great of an artist. You can't just, you know, out of the blue, just do that. You've got to have some um, appreciation.
Well, and again, for this time, a lot
And
of
then,
the painters were focused on, like still lives of people. Like, you had Degas with his lilies and his ballet dancers, and I mean, Monet with his lily and Degas with his ballet dancers. Like, you had a lot of true life painting done. And while some of them may have been cityscapes, they were more focused on the buildings themselves rather than the sky in the background.
yeah. Sorry, this is the first step always is the worst. At least they're having me build on something. But apparently I've got all the wrong pieces here. So
Oh
I'm
no.
pulling so I'm just pulling from might have been on drugs when I did this. No, I'm just kidding. Might have been tired. So I'm just going to dump this second batch in here and see if we can find pieces that match. And we'll just keep doing that. So yeah, right now we're just building the base of this. As you can see, lots of different color blues. And hopefully 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. Hopefully we'll have the pieces in here that we need.
And he considered this a failure. He considered this painting in particular a failure.
Interesting.
And it's actually
Interesting.
the most expensive piece of art there is in the whole world.
Wow. That is really
Or one
cool.
of, it's like really up there. I want some eggnog. Oh, and Chris Masters Maniac Mexico showed up. Hi,
Oh,
hi, hi.
hello, hello. Thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, this build is going to be a very interesting one because I can't figure out the blues and I'm figuring out the blues kind of as I'm building. And yeah, it's gonna be an interesting build, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. hopefully,
Oh
hopefully we'll
yeah.
get. Hopefully, oh, I love these. It's a challenge, but it is going to once until I can get the colors figured out, it's going to be interesting.
Leave it to me to cause trouble.
Oh, no, there no trouble caused at all. This is fun.
That's what I do the
It is
best.
fun. It is fun. There we go. Like I say, part of it is figuring out the colors because, like I said, there's 4 different shades of blue. There's this blue. See, I can't even. There's that blue, and there's that blue, and then there's a dark, dark, dark blue. And figuring out which blue goes where. Like I say, I kind of am doing it. I kind of sorted the pieces, but they're also kind of on the fly, also. Because if it's the wrong piece, then I'll just look for another one and put it in there.
But going back to the painting, well, like I was telling you, he considered it a failure, and not only was this his second attempt, but um, he repainted this like 20 something times
Oh my gosh.
because he was experimenting and he was trying to do he was trying at the time a different basically technique for marketing and trying to get it sold.
Right.
And yet because of his previous work and the way he wanted to paint, it still felt wrong to him.
Mm.
So in following that trend, he just he felt like he was basically selling himself short, and he repainted it several times. But the one that we know today is his second attempt. I don't know if the ones that he repainted were discarded by him or some of them were just charcoal sketches. There's a couple of sketches out there of different starry nights where it's just the moon is different. Some of the turbulence in the background or the cypress tree is bigger, but this is the one that I guess just made the cut or got kept.
Right. Well, a lot of times they would just paint over it, wouldn't they? I mean, they don't even bother to
Hmm.
do another canvas. They just would paint over it, and that's why sometimes they can find layers upon layers and layers of different paintings when they do the X-rays of them. This is the first row. We got it done. Yay!
Yay! You did it.
I did it, and only in how long? 20 minutes. No, we've been chatting. We've been chatting here. So now we're going to do step 2, which
But he
is
saw painting as a way to commute to God too. So it was kind of like his religion. So I think in trying to reach that higher standard, he often felt like, and I mean, this led to him being in the asylum and him losing his ear. He just felt
mhm.
conflicted. He was also on epilepsy medication.
And
Which I'll
then
get to
back
later.
then the medication is not does not
Yes.
always help, especially in the early times of medications.
Wes Cagle showed up and he says, "Hello,
Hello.
all."
Hello, Wes Cagle. Hello, hello.
But he wrote to his brother that he felt conflicted, and he said to Theo that he had a tremendous need for, shall I say the word, for religion. So I go outside at night to paint the stars.
How neat.
And that's one of my favorite quotes.
That is really, really neat. I have
And
totally I have no idea what I've done on this. We're just gonna keep dumping pieces in. We're just gonna keep dumping the next group in until we have the pieces we need because I am totally it's totally none of these are matching what I thought they should match, which is not anybody's fault, but I don't know, my own. And if we can't find them, we'll just keep putting them in. Here's the next batch here because I can't find a piece that I need. A lot of the blues. Oh, wait, maybe I will. Let me just keep doing this before I put that in.
but yeah, so
But
he studied, and one of the things he did before he painted this, and again to this sky, his love of the sky, and a lot of it was that communing with God, and
mhm.
he studied it. Like his he would study the sky and the way the weather changed, the changing of the light. He would paint a lot of his pictures about the wheat fields, or there's a couple of ones that are storm clouds. If you search, you can find them. But those were all done while he was in the asylum. He painted a
Mm.
lot of scenery depicting the sky.
Interesting.
And
Well,
he would squeeze the paint directly onto the canvas.
I could, like I say, let me make sure I'm doing this right. 2, 2, 4. Like you said, that with the sky, I could see that because, the heavens and you're up and just the vastness of it. Just the sheer vastness of just the heavens. Not like heaven like God, but just, the
Mhm.
heavens being the sky. I could see there being a somewhat religious experience with it. I could see how you could feel that way. Okay, let's see. What's our next piece we need? Hopefully, we're getting the colors right. We'll find out. One, two, I need a six. So, everybody, we're hoping we do these right. And I do not like the one thing I hate about builds like this is that you have to remember to do this bottom part before you do this top part. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I forget, I get confused, and then I end up putting in the wrong part.
So what's your
And
favorite time of sky? Like sunrise, sunset,
I like
midnight,
I like it when
moon phase?
I like it when when the pollution is really bad and the sky is really yet red and vibrant. I like it sunset, but not necessarily then, but when it's just that vibrant red and it's like going through the clouds.
Mhm.
That I love that. That's my favorite time. Just those vibrant colors. Ugh, I don't have a piece here I need.
I mean, I like them all. I love a full moon. I like the full moon, like when there's clouds around it.
Mhm.
Um, but like and I love going out into the country. I grew up in the country, so like it's
Mhm.
different living in the city because there's no stars. But I
There's no
loved going
stars.
out and just you lay out in the field,
Yep.
you throw yourself down a blanket and you just sit there and I loved constellations growing up, so I would try to
Mhm.
memorize them all and I would try to point them out and things like that. But I also love sunrises and sunsets. And my friends give me a hard time because I don't really call them that. I call them good morning rainbows and good night rainbows
Oh, I love that. I wouldn't
because
make
that's what the sky does. If you look at it, it's
Mhm.
like it's red at the bottom and it bleeds up to purple. And it's like the whole earth is getting hugged in like a big rainbow. So I call them
Mhm.
good morning rainbows and good night
I
rainbows.
love that. I love that.
So
If you
those are my
look here
favorites too.
if you look here, I put in a wrong color because here these look
Oh,
the same,
velvet.
but it's just barely different. And that
That's it. Build over.
I just took the hey, I'm really good at taking the piece apart. So I'm good at doing that. I'm trying to find the build, so I'll keep the original here. So kind of maybe might help me. So, but this is what I think this build's going to be. It's going to be very um, having to really pay attention to the colors because some of them, like I say, they're going to be a pain. They're very close to each other. These two grays here, these two blues here.
Oh yeah.
So it's going to be fun figuring it out. Whoops,
Agent Atwood is here. Hello, Agent Atwood.
Hey, Atwood, how are you doing today? So glad you could make it. I'm not talking a lot because this build is very focusy. I'm so glad Squeeka's here. She's going to kind of be my talking to the chat and let me know if there's anything I need to uh, respond to because this is going to be
Oh, let me go
a
back.
very serious build.
Masters Meaning Mexico said, I do light a fire when I have a need for religion, myth, and reflection. I will have a fireside stream on the 25th to reflect the year and our recent status together with you.
How neat is that?
And then he also said, Gagarin once said, I have been to the skies and beyond, and there is no God, there is no creation. I say, jury, you must have been blinded by the beauty.
Interesting.
Oh, and then
Ve
Atwood said hi. He said he's just lurking with volume almost all the way down.
Right.
And
I hope
then
I hope your, work day is finding you it's your Monday. I hope it's fine I hope it's okay for you. I hope it's not too bad. I hope it's not too bad for you.
Dadman said, I really love this format for a build like this. You two are so cool to listen to. And with the background behind Van Gogh to go with the build, this is amazing.
Yes, this build is a little more focused than, others. Like I said, it's hopefully I'll get into a a a better groove of it. So let's see, we have a blue. And also the way I have my camera, the stupid cable is right in front of the TV. So I'm trying to I wonder if that will fix it. Oh, that fixes it, but I just messed up the camera.
It's crooked. No.
Oh my gosh.
And then Sir Stunning says, I look very beautiful today. I don't know if he's in the closet with me and he knows this, but I appreciate the compliment. So
Thank you, thank you.
welcome to the closet,
Yes, I
Sir Stunning.
guess. I guess. If it makes you happy.
I don't know how he knows I look beautiful. I mean, I did dress up fancy for you. I have on
And
my
I thank you for that. Thank you
my
so
cute little
much.
pink and blue, and which I now come to think of it, I should have worn my Starry Night dress, but it was too cold, so I didn't think about it. So I'm like, oh, should get changed, but it's too late.
Uh,
So
oh, well, that's why that fits right there like that. That's why that
oh,
logo
he
was
says
there.
he's Santa. He sees all. Oh, so you
Oh,
saw my cat attacking me earlier? Can you give her some coal for Christmas? She just
shame on that cat.
jumped up
Shame
on.
on that cat. So do
Well, I
we
need to
do
get her
four?
claws trimmed again because they're
Uh,
long, and so she
oh,
hangs on everything. So she went to go
oh,
swat at my bottom from the bed because my desk is in my room, and she's on the corner of the bed. She wanted pettings, so she swatted at me, but her claw got stuck, and then she kind of just started hanging off of me, and then she got
oh,
scared. It was like, oh goodness,
tried to,
girl,
oh,
hold on,
goodness gracious.
simmer down now.
Poor little thing. That had to scare him. Had to scare him.
Oh well, and she's chunky, so when she hangs off of things,
She
I'm like,
hangs off of things, huh?
yes. I'm like, great. Now I have a scratch on my thigh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's not my fault, but I'm still sorry.
Well, it's like like you just when you get scratches in weird places, and then you know what's going to happen is you're going to forget about it, and you're going to think, oh, my leg itches, and you're going to scratch it.
Oh, yep. And then
And I'm like, oh,
you're going to have
well, and then
I'm
for
just
me, it's
going
going to be like, oh, why am I bleeding?
Oh, I do that. I do that all the time. I'm just like, "Oh, crap. Oh, well." It's at that point, what can I do?
Oh, he says I can see the beauty in your soul. I don't have a soul. Whatever.
Stunning, you're making me throw up a little bit in my mouth. Stop it. I'm just kidding. No, you have a beauty. Okay, this piece goes this is I wonder where this piece went. It goes like this. And then we need a dark blue one by so let's just grab one somewhere else. This whole all these pieces were left over, and I figure I will find out where they go as I build, because I am figuring out that there are plenty of pieces that I did not pull like I should have. So it's like I said, it was a long night when I did this. This piece is not even the right one, but this piece is. So we'll put nope, not that piece. I'm looking for a 1 by 6 of that color. Oh well. we're not sure where that piece went, so put that back over there. Put it in the spares. Now we put all these little things on because stuff's going to hold on to them.
For once, he's being a gentleman. That's what he says.
Oh, okay.
He's being a gentleman.
Well,
Very
thank you
gentle.
for being. Thank you. We
Very gentle.
appreciate that. And this is the fifth color blue.
Oh,
So it
just
almost
five?
looks.
There's only five?
Yes.
Oh.
But then this blue also looks like black. So trying to figure out on the directions which ones are blue and which ones are black. 4, 5, 6. How many of these are we supposed to have on here? Oh, we'll just do it all the way over to that. Um, I always say I don't always count things. I always put it on, like, you have to make sure you have that first piece correct, or else the rest will be wrong. And I have done that where I have literally messed up the very first. Oh crap! Did I just break that? No, good. Um,
Don't be breaking things.
I know. I have put the first piece wrong and have had to take the whole thing apart. And that's like, really. And it's frustrating when you can't figure it out within the, um, you do 3 steps and then you realize you've done it wrong and you're like, well, that sucks.
The number of times I've done that in my life, not just
Oh,
with building blocks, I'm all like, oh, I started. Oh, gotta redo.
yep,
Oh, gotta redo
yep,
that.
yep.
Well then,
And it's best to, and even as frustrating as it is best to start over or else it's just going to be really messed up.
my favorite is when you're cooking or baking something,
Oh,
and you get there and you're like, oh, that was salt, not sugar, or something like
oh,
that.
oh, and that, yep. I need to find one piece here. So let's see.
Fun
This is,
Dottie says hi.
hey, Fun Dottie. How are you? I don't know if I've ever seen you here before.
There's
Welcome.
there's a brown in your blues. I saw that.
Yes, yes, I know. So this is the next one. So I'm just going to dump them in here. And apparently I need to pull from, I'll look in the next one also. I'll have one preset over here. This is step 4. And we'll look and see if we can find the piece that I need in here. Which it doesn't have it. I'm looking for a 1x6 of this certain blue, and I don't have one in my spare. So I'm kind of digging through other ones to see. Here's one. So we'll probably regret that later, but for now, that's
No
fine.
regrets.
No regrets. Never any regrets. You just keep building and building. Well, thank you for coming by, Fun Dottie. I really appreciate it. Yes, we are building Starry Night, which is, you can kind of see that's it right there. And we just started. We're on step 3 now. And not too bad. Not too bad. It's just a lot of blues. A lot of blues at this point. Like I say, I hate when they do these multiple layers. It always drives me crazy. Whoops, did I miss a piece here? I did. What color is supposed to be over here?
So Van Gogh actually ended up in the asylum. A lot of people, I don't know if anybody knew that he painted this from an asylum, but he was in an
No.
asylum, and a lot of people know that he was crazy. But he was,
I
or,
never
or
knew he was institutionalized.
he was institutionalized. He was institutionalized because he had a roommate named Paul Gauguin,
Mhm.
and they wanted to be together. And some people say they were together. Some people say
Mhm.
they were just um,
Friends.
friends.
Mhm.
Um, but he was also an artist at the time, and he wanted to make a studio with him and things like that. But things went south. There was a girl involved, of course, women,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
basically there was a lot of fighting, and so he went crazy. And the cutting off of his ear was not actually a sign of his mental instability. It was because that's what happened in bullfights. Mhm. If the bull's
Very
defeated, it was given to the winner. Like it was just yeah, just like in a bullfight.
interesting.
So he gave that's why he gave it to the prostitute that preferred Paul, and then he put himself in the institution.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he couldn't face the because he was by himself and he really wanted to have this community of artists and things like that. So he couldn't face it. So he talked to his brother and Theo put him in a mental hospital.
Oh, interesting. That is very interesting. I'm looking here. This is actually a dark blue and a black, and I'm not
Uh-huh.
sure what colors are supposed to be here
Uh-uh.
because and I'm thinking in the scope of the world, it's really not gonna matter. So
Matters
I'm
to
not gonna
me.
so well, I can't figure it out. So I'm just going to, leave it the way it is and, hope for the best. That's what we'll say, hope for the best. I'm looking for a dark blue 1 by 4. Ah, there's one right here. Okay. So, and then we need a light 1 by 6. I do not know how much of this you're actually going to see. That's what I always find it interesting, uh, when Lego does a lot of stuff that you can't see, they use colors that are weird. That, it's almost like, "Oh, we have this
Mhm.
strange color, let's go ahead and let's use it because we don't we don't, uh, we don't wanna waste the good colors. Let's use these unpopular ones to fill in these spots that nobody's gonna see." Uh, but this one does not seem to do that. So, we're doing pretty good here. The thing with some of these, even though it really doesn't have that many steps to it, it does have a lot of steps, like sub-steps within each part. So it might say, "Oh, it's only 20 steps." But when you get all said and done and add all the like this is actually I consider this like 3 steps. Um, you have like 50 or something crazy. So I'm hoping I'm doing these colors right because it looks like it. And we have a big turquoise.
Pops just showed up in chat. Hi, Pops.
Hey, Pops, how are you? So glad you're here.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes.
Now the black on there is the black in the painting that's going to be being built is actually the cypress trees, and they had an important function too.
What was that?
Well, the whole painting is it he this was one of the last paintings he did before he died,
Right.
and it depicts his mortality and his then the idea of immortality. The cypress trees are a representation of death and cemeteries.
Yeah, I did not know that, but I do know that there is always a lot of symbolism,
Hmm.
usually in paintings.
And the
Um,
stars are meant to be that depiction of the afterlife. So that's why you've got that one lone cypress tree in the forefront that's showing that death and that bridge to those vibrant stars and that afterlife.
that is really, really interesting. Um, I'm looking for a piece while I'm. It's very hard trying to have a conversation when you're
Oh
like,
no,
"Oh, I'm
that's why I'm just talking while you're looking.
just
I was
yes,
trying to fill the void.
yes."
And one of the things he said about it is looking at the stars always makes me dream. Why, I ask myself, shouldn't the shining dots of the sky be as accessible as the black dots on the map of France? Just as we take the train to get to Dascaron or Rouen, we take death to reach a star. See, this is why I read a book about Van Gogh once, and then I just this piece and the symbolism behind it, and the fact that I love stars and things already. That's why this is one of my favorite pieces. I like I said, I like the other one as well, but this one just has so many pieces of his feelings and the things going on at the
Mhm.
time with him.
Right. A lot of emotion. Um, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Ugh,
You're fine. And especially because, and I think one of the reasons he tried so many times, I mean, like 20 something times to get this piece out of him was I think he was facing, especially with the fall of, his friendship with Paul
mhm.
and the issue with the prostitute and just the medication he was on, and he was battling epilepsy. Like he knew that there was an end coming. And I mean, he did eventually commit suicide, but I think he felt that imposing doom, and he really needed to get this piece out of him.
That mhm. It was like, clawing away inside,
Mhm.
and 4, 4. So, yes, we are getting there, everybody. It's actually looking like something. Just need to find the right pieces. I'm just putting pieces in as I, find them. So we're just slowly building here, guys. Slowly but surely.
And then let's see, I'll pop over to chat to what's going on.
Yes, thank
Let's
you.
see. Sorry, I
That's
was I was
okay.
staring at a picture of the painting, and I was like a little mesmerized for a hot second. I could
That is
stare at it all day long.
okay.
Um, Bad Man says thanks for being here. To Fun Dottie. Pop says hi to everybody. He's at work but wanted to listen for a few. Well, thanks
Oh,
for
thank you.
joining us, Pops. Fun Dottie said, didn't realize mice were so smart. Sometimes we have our moments. Dad Man is telling lies about how I'm one of the smartest mice around. uh, Saying hi. Uh, Maniac asked, do I know Edward Monk's painting The Cry? I do. Um, and then he said, this blew me away even more than Van Gogh's paintings. It's so deep.
Oh, nope.
Yeah, there's a lot, and especially, and it's not just this one. If you there's a couple of books about his life, but if you really research Van Gogh's life, he's not just the Starry Night, he's not just the sunflowers, he's not just the self-portrait with his ear. Like, there is so much about the human condition that Van Gogh went through that he pours into his paintings. And once you understand him and then look at the paintings he painted at the time, I
Mhm.
mean, and you can see the changes in painting style and things like that. It's just amazing.
Mhm.
Um, and then Fun Dottie says, sounds insecure. What is that white ring on the bottom? I think maybe you're talking about your ring light. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
it's from my lights. It's from the lights. Um, I I have to move them. Oh, I don't know which light it's from. It's from
But
some yeah, it's from this my ring light to kinda see what is going on. That didn't make it better. Let's see, let's turn it off and see if it looks any better. I've got other lights.
oh,
How's that?
spooky. It's less
Yeah,
glare.
it's less glare, but it's kinda hard to see.
It's not too bad actually.
Yeah,
It's
but
it's a little better because there's no glare on the
I can't
side.
see, and I
Oh
kinda need to
no.
see. I kinda need to see to be able to build here. Let's see, let's move it over here and see if this does it. I just need the light to be able that's one of the curses of having stuff that's somewhat shiny. There, that might do it. It's gonna have a little bit somewhere, but there we go. But yeah, I needed to see a little thing.
hmm
See, let's see, we need a big long one, 2, 4, 10. and then another 3.
But I
Uh,
also like I'm an art nerd. Like one of the my favorite things to do is just go to art museums and walk around, and
mhm,
I absolutely love art. That's why like when artists like are stunning and people draw, they don't understand how I mean, like, I know this sounds probably simpish, but I mean, I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are gods. Like, it just art touches me. So does
yeah,
music. Like, I'm one of those people that I can take in all of the colors and sounds and beauty of it all. I can't transmute any of it to anything useful, but man, it hits me like a brick. And so I love art, and especially like during the
yeah,
impressionist period, there's so many artists where like I love researching their condition and
mhm.
what's going on with them. And um
It's like my mom said that she is not an artist, but she is an appreciator. That she appreciates and is in awe of the art, even though she can't, you know, do it. She appreciates those that can.
oh, I don't appreciate it. I swim in it. Like I drown
Mhm.
myself in it. Like I'm like, oh,
I'm
like
trying to get this piece apart. It can't.
get
I
it.
need to. But go ahead. I'm just
But oh, Jeremy 5 Russia approved says hello.
hello,
Hello,
Jeremy
Jeremy
5
5.
Russia approved. How are you? How are you? I'm going to do something real quick since you're here. Um,
Real quick.
let's see. How can I do that?
Very carefully.
Yes, because I don't want to ban you. Whoops, that's not what I want to do.
But yeah, especially the impressionist paintings, because like like Monet. Oh, I love Monet too. Um, just the way they looked at, and well, and especially because I have astigmatism, so if I take my
Ugh.
glasses off, the world is blurry anyways and looks like an impressionist painting. So
Mm,
so it appeals to me to see how they took these, straight lines, like they took life and were able to put it into this canvas with these dots of paint
right.
and these smudges, and then you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get these pieces apart, and I don't have any nails left. So
Oh
I'm trying
no,
there we go.
I'd let you borrow mine.
Ugh. I used to have them, and then I was taking bricks apart. So, yes, I understand that 100%. Um, I don't always understand it, I'll be very honest, but I appreciate it. I try to understand, but I don't always. I just totally went crazy and did a lot of wrong pieces here. I don't quite know where my brain was when I was, pulling some of these some of these parts, but we'll just grab them from another box and fix it later.
Now there's drama in chat. I'm fixing. Sorry.
There's drama in chat?
Well, I said the word simp. I did,
Oh.
and because that's how I feel. Like I fangirl, if that
Oh,
would be a better word.
I think
And
that's a word that's not allowed on, one of the platforms because it's
mm,
used unfortunately, people have abused using the word.
oh
Um,
well, okay, fangirl. Why fangirl then? So
no, I
yeah,
think yeah. I didn't even I see, I don't even think about that, and there's other
I
words that
didn't
they
either.
don't allow, which, I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Um, it's just a
So
I
my
forgot
bad
where
for
I was.
saying it, and then yeah, but
Yeah,
it's all fixed now.
yeah.
Yeah, but no, I totally do. Like I will stand there in a, in a museum and just stare at a painting for the longest time. One of my friends She's like, "I love going to the museum with you, but I secretly hate going to the museum with you because we stay in one spot for a very long time."
Mhm.
And I could. I'm like, ugh,
I love reading everything.
yes.
I do, and that drives some people crazy.
Well, and now with technology at my fingertips, not only do I read the thing, but I go and I'm like, "Oh, hold on, I got to Google this." Like,
Oh, yeah, you have to do more because I want to do more. I can't because you can.
I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I need to figure out what happened here or what's going on here." Or yes, I do
Or
all
try
that.
to understand why did they do what they did.
Mhm.
Okay. We got one more level to do here on number 3.
But yeah, I'm a art junkie. I love, 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 love art.
That is awesome. Wait a minute. Did I do all 3 levels already? Maybe I did. Almost.
And this
Let's
is actually like one of there's a few paintings that he's done that symbolize that are what's funny is they're not as famous as Starry Night, but they have that same symbolism of death. And the sky is done the same with the turbulence, which is an amazing mathematical phenomenon. I'll talk about
mhm.
that more later. But um so this wasn't his only one. He did one oh, I don't know the actual name of it off the top of my head. Hold on, now I gotta get the real names.
Yes, I understand.
Um, I just can see it in my face. Oh, Wheatfield with oh, duh, it was Wheatfield Crows. That's the real name. That's what I was gonna say. Thanks, Van Gogh. it's, it's a wheat field with crows. And then what's
Okay.
the other one? It has no, I don't want Starry Night. The other one with the tree. Google, help me out here. I know it's something cypress, but
Oh,
oh, Road with Cypress and Star.
okay. To say I can't help you with that one.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm like, well, the first one, like, it's just a wheat field with some crows in it, but I don't know the name of the painting, and that's what it is. Wheat field with crows. That's it.
That works. That works. Makes sense, doesn't it? Sometimes the most obvious is the most obvious.
But in these two too, he did that um the turbulence effect where he shifted the sky and had the paint go in such a pattern that it showed that distortion. But he started painting cypress a lot, which was funny because it was one of the trees that he struggled to paint. And it was like his like, I have to get this done. I don't know what that
Yeah. That
what you call it.
obsession, the
Yes, obsession.
the
That's the word I'm looking for. I'm like, I can't think of the word.
don't you hate that? Oh, that is so frustrating when you like, I know the word. Okay, all these pieces, I don't know why they're there. So we're going to dump them. We're going to start this next. This is supposedly 4. I don't know if I did it right or not. We'll find out. So we're on step 4 now, by the way.
Woohoo!
Continue. Continue. I'm just building away here. This is wonderful that because I'll be honest, I honestly did not know a lot about this painting. I just love it. I just think it's gorgeous. And and that's why I like it. I will admit I am a very lazy when it comes to researching and getting information, but if I like something, I like it. And, that's kinda like how this is. It's like, I like it. So no matter what, I like it, and I do that a lot. I slowly learn some things, but I don't I don't always retain information, but I just like I say, I know what I like, and this is one of them. So
Yeah. Well,
uh-oh.
like I said, I attacked this with ferocity. Just, I mean, oh,
Mhm.
I can't remember how old I was when I first saw it. I mean, I was young. I saw it in a library. I don't know, 9. Like I
Right.
was young, and it's always been. And then the more I read about Van Gogh, like it's kind of been a sort of inspiration, but sort of just something like it's just a passion of mine. Like I just loved, and I'm a math nerd too, and I'm a
Mhm.
science nerd and a space nerd, so it's like all of the things, and yet there's so much humanity in it, and so many unanswered questions, and it's just
Mhm.
it itself is an amazing piece that I don't think a lot of people understand because it is one of those pieces that is kind of over saturated,
Right.
which is, I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, I wonder what Van Gogh would think now to see all of the Starry Night this and Starry Night that, and you know what I
Starry
mean? Like,
Night coffee mug, Starry Night,
well, like
the
just the things people do with it. Like, oh, look, I've made a Starry Night Doctor Who picture. I've made a like I have
yeah.
one that's I have a My Little Pony face. I had a My Little Pony face, and Derpy Pony with the bubbles for her cutie mark is my favorite. And I have one that's Derpy Pony in the Starry Night Sky. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, there's so many depictions of it.
Right. I have the Doctor Who Star Wars. I made it
There's
into
Star Wars, yeah.
I mean, not Star Wars, Starry Night, why did I say Star Wars? But yeah, the Starry Night and, yeah, because I think it's cool. I
Well, and I
just
think yeah, I agree. It's cool.
it's just I mean, I have no, um I am really enjoying hearing, um, what you
Me
say because
talking
I
about
don't
yourself.
know a lot about this. I'm basically a lazy person, and, if I can't watch a documentary, if I have time, then I'm like I said, I'm lazy. I admit it, guys, sorry. So, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying learning about the painting and the artist more so than I did know. And it also allows me to be able to focus because this build is somewhat, if you mess up and go onto the wrong, um, side, why is okay? Because I need to put a little one by two. Um, you mess this up. So I appreciate learning and um I appreciate what is my problem here? There we
Well, and
go.
what's funny too is the moon that's in the Starry Night painting. You haven't gotten there yet, but the moon is actually not accurate for the time.
It's not?
Nope, it was a gibbous moon at the time, waning gibbous. So it would have been 3/4 full, not the crescent that's in the painting.
Oh, so he just kind of made that up too. Used his
Well, he took
imagination.
an artistic liberty. Well, one of the reasons he did that is and I was gonna wait and save this for later, but
Oh,
the because you haven't made it to the yellow phase yet.
I haven't
But there is
that
a
might be a
ton
while. That might
of
be a while,
yellow.
Squeaka. It might be just as well that you kind of approach that whenever the opportunity arises.
But there's a ton of yellow even in his cypress tree, um, which he started incorporating more and more yellow. Like it turned from greens. A lot of his paintings turned from that oranges and greens, and he used to use a lot of white. But as his epilepsy progressed and he started taking digitalis, basically, um, you see more and more yellow, and that's because of the medicine that he was on.
Interesting.
So
That we
you that's
don't
why.
realize how much medicine can affect your perception of things.
Right, and he was taking that for his epilepsy, so he was taking too much, and so that's why he had more and more of that fondness for the yellows, and why, which it's kind of ironic that a waning gibbous, which is 3/4 full, would have m- more technically yellow, but at the same time, there's more of that yellow blending and that pleasant aestheticness of that sliver
Mhm.
of bright yellow
Mhm. Right.
than he could get out of the waning gibbous. But yeah, so that's why there is more yellow in this painting than some of his usual ones, and less of the greens and browns and whites per se.
Here we go so far. Step 4's done.
Yay!
Okay. I'm gonna,
How many steps are there out of curiosity?
I believe there's 47.
Oh, heavens.
40, yeah, but we did 2 of them when we did the little art guy here at the
Oh,
beginning, so, like, 46. So I'm gonna scan through chat real quick here, and where do you get this build at? I looked at Amazon and actually through the, Amazon, I put it on my wish list on throne.com, but you can search it on Amazon. I just look up mini building block Starry Night. Well, that would be cool, Dottie. That would be fun. Streaming's fun. I've only been doing it for like a month and a half. Um, so is there anything? So is everybody doing okay in chat? I appreciate Squeeka kind of going through the chat today, or I would be on step 2 because that's just
I'm
that's
doing my
just the way
best.
you're doing wonderful. Thank you so much. I do not you do not know how much I appreciate this. Now these I'm probably going to be short pieces because I've been pulling them from other uh
Oh,
for
look, and you've got some
other one.
yellows.
And there's some browns and yellow other colors in here. I'm just going to take 5 and 6 and kind of stick them together, and let's see how we do here on these. So let me set my stuff here. I've got like my little pages here that I can cheat with, my little actual the files. And this is where it's going to get fun. So let's see if we're going to move this
Oh,
aside. I'm going to set
I
these
can't
here.
handle fun.
Fun, fun, fun. So let's see. We have a dark 1x6 with a light 1x6. Nope. See how easy those colors are to. There we go. Then a turquoise, a 3x3. And if the light is not good, this is a killer. You can continue to talk. Like I say, I'm just kind of building
Oh, I
away
get
here.
distracted looking at all the pictures, all the little pieces. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's
I was
okay.
mesmerized.
Yes, they're. And could you imagine having to dig through these?
Well, I can't
Uh,
imagine him painting. Like it's like it wasn't like the painting is not a blend necessarily of colors.
mm-hmm.
He like really just like squeezed it out and there was like a little bit of blending, but it's mostly just here's this blotch of paint, here's this blotch of paint with a little bit of brush strokes. So like it's almost like he was using multiple Lego.
Yes. And someone else who always it amazes me is I probably George Soros. I know I'm saying his name wrong, but anyway, he like painted with dots. Everything was dots,
Pointillism, yeah.
and
I'm gonna
that
put
was
a
just insane to me.
I'm gonna put a link in the chat. Is that okay? It's to
Yes.
the basically the Monuments of Art. And if you go there, you can click on the picture and zoom in on the Starry Night, and you can see that. And what's funny, it's not funny. What's amazing is if you zoom in to the painting, they've taken such a detailed picture of it and so crisp and clear that if you zoom in really close, you can see the canvas behind the paint. Like it is not a matter of some of these lighter colors that are in there are tans or whatever. It's not. It's the canvas. It really is just the
Oh,
canvas
that is
behind.
really interesting.
So I hope this link works. It's too big. Never mind. I can't do that. Hold on. Let me see if I can tiny URL this. But yeah, if you zoom in, and this is one of the things, like I wish I could see it in person.
Mm-hmm. What is
Um,
so amazing to me is sometimes when I go to see things in person and either vastness of it or how small it is. It's either one or the other. You look at it and you go, "Wow, I didn't realize this was humongous." You know, and or, "Wow, I didn't realize how small this was." And it just always amazed me. I mean, I went to one and it covered an entire wall. And I was like,
Mhm.
totally like, "No. This is just no. No, in so many levels."
But yeah, so I posted the link over there, and you can just zoom
Okay.
into the painting and see the way that the strokes are made, and
Mhm.
how there's like the middle of some of the stars are just dots. Like it's just, and the I don't know. I don't have the words for how incredible this is. And when you really get to looking at it, like I said, all of the pieces in the painting, when you zoom out, you see that tan color, like the what looks almost like white blended into the skyline, and it's like a light khaki. That's not paint. That's not paint.
That's
That's canvas.
that's just amazing to me. Okay, wait, I gotta figure
Like
this
that's
out.
how he painted, was literally like just splotches and dragging the paint. I mean, even down to the khaki and the cypress trees, or in the town itself, it's not. And like I said, that's what amazes me, is it's how he had this ideology for, like, I'm going to sketch out this little house, but I'm only going to put a stripe of paint here, and yet when you look back at it, it looks like it fits.
Right. Yes, I've always been amazed by artists, that they use the negative is it then called the negative space where the white, the canvas is
Hmm.
part of the color. It's not just a thing to put the paint on, it's also part of the color itself, and that's fascinating to me. This is interesting what we're doing right here.
Yeah, what I was about to ask, what's going on there?
Uh, what happened here? Am I using the wrong color?
What's up?
I don't know. Shoot.
You broke it. It's not my fault this time.
Okay, no, no, I did that wrong. This should be the light. Now this should be the dark. So as I say, it's so, and he painted this, and
I
I'm
know,
building
right?
it.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me peep it. Okay, so Master says, if you want to spend some Christmas time with a couple of crazy people with an absolute positive attitude, you are heartily welcome, invited to spend some Christmas time with us. They'll have a German Christmas celebrity celebration with a lot of
Uh,
rumble and a special guest, me. So he's talking about the Christmas thing.
yes, that is gonna be a blast. It's on Christmas Eve and at 3 PM Eastern Time, 2 PM Central Time, and it is just gonna be a fun time. We're gonna have some party stuff, chance to win some things, uh, learn about German traditions. So really looking forward to it, really looking forward to it.
It sounds like a good time. Fun Dottie says, "Oh, so you actually watched him?" No, I didn't watch him paint. It was in the 1800s, and I understand that that may have come across that that's how I acted. I don't know why it was interpreted that way. That I acted like I saw him. There's no way. I mean, I know I'm really, really, really old, like 1,000 years old, but not that old. Um, but no, it's a matter of research. When you want to learn things, there's a lot of things out there, and there are people that have studied impressionism, that have studied pointillism, that have studied these different art styles, and they mimic them. They can do the research, and they've done, like X-rays on the paintings and analyze the paint structure to where they I mean, that's why
They're
um
detectives. They're
forger
detectives, and
well,
they have figured out they
there's
have re
forgers too that can mimic a Van Gogh
oh,
painting, I mean, almost perfectly. And these people
mhm.
make a business of knowing exactly how these people painted, what it's supposed to look like, what the strokes are supposed to be, down to the aging of the canvas. And so it's not a matter of I was there. It's I've just, this is something I enjoy. So I don't.
Right.
you know.
Yes.
And this wasn't, and it's not a matter of spending my life on the internet during family times. This is all stuff that I did before there was internet. I researched things.
Yeah.
I read books. I mean, these are things that people have talked about in books and things where you can. I mean, there's such a thing as nonfiction where you can go and read in encyclopedias, art novels, art study
Yes.
manuals. Like, I mean, I researched this way before the internet was ever done.
Right. Right. Oh, looky
Have I
there.
caught the, and then Master says, have I caught the comment about why Van Gogh cut his ear? Another interesting piece of information. Yeah, I touched on that earlier. He cut his ear because of a dispute with Paul Gauguin, another artist at the time. He was trying to get in with a bunch of different French artists, and they kind of rejected his work. And then there was this prostitute he favored, and she favored Paul. And so it was kind of like a sign of defeat, like they used to do back in the bullfighting days. You would cut off the ear of the bull and give it to the victor. Um, so he cut off the earlobe of his ear and gave it to Paul, gave it to the prostitute because she favored Paul. Yeah, yeah. It was a form of satisfaction for honor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can't. I don't know. There had to be. I still. There still had to be a little bit of mental illness there. You don't just go,
Well, I mean,
for honor.
he
Yes.
was on his epilepsy medication at the
Yes. I.
time, and I mean, he was going through some stuff. And I think too, it was not just a mental issue, but he was going through depression probably because he wanted to
Mhm.
join this community of artists and he kept getting rejected. And I mean,
Right.
oh, and Masters said he did fence several times and risk his face only for honor. Oh, not a fencer.
Oh, there we go.
Sir Stunning says, how romantic. I think he wants a girl to cut her ear off for him. Is that what you're saying, Sir Stunning? Is that your form of romance? And then Dadman says, uh, to Fun Dottie, our family will be streaming with our friend CMM, so we're celebrating together as a family that way on Christmas Eve. Hope people that don't have plans can join us.
Here we go.
Oh,
There's step 6.
well, where does that go?
We'll see in a bit.
You have a lot of bricks left over.
I'm
That
only
bothers
on
me.
step 6 here. I'm
Oh,
only
I
on
see. I see. There's 7. Okay. Okay. I feel
I'm
better
still
about life.
working on it. I'm just showing you where I'm at.
I thought this whole pile of bricks was for step 6. That's what it was.
No, 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 no. No, no. We got a lot more to go.
I was like, oh no, my brain's broken. I can't
I
handle it.
know we're in trouble. Oh, my shoulder. That's the one thing with building is that your arms start hurting because I have to hold it a certain way
Mm.
um, for people to see it. And if you notice that it's drifting, let me know, and I will come back to the fold, as they say.
Um.
Ah,
Well,
so sorry about this. There's just a yeah.
oh, Master says I earned a cut and 14 stitches on my forehead, but some ne- were never ending smile. I'm not sure. There's a few typos, but I don't know
Well,
how to read those.
who
I was
said
a
it?
good Masters.
Let
I
me
was a
see.
good
I earned a
cut of
cut
14
of
stitches.
14 stitches on my forehead, but some were
Where?
that never ended. Some wore the never ended smile. Oh, the scar. Are you talking about a
Um.
scar? I think that was that constantly is a scar.
Learning stuff about fencing. I was a good fencer as I was afraid as Hades anyways and always wanted the thing to be over as fast as possible, so I was a good striker. I don't know anything about fencing and that
Striking
sounds
is when you're on the offensive, I believe, and you go forward, like you're advancing forward. And if I am correct in that,
uh
Um,
So to put it in D&D terms, because I'm a gamer, that's like being the tank. That's what I always do when I game. Like even in multiplayers, I'm like, I'm going in.
yeah. I always say that I'll be the shield. I'll be the meat shield. I'll draw them out for you.
Oh no, it's called tanking. So there's a new word for you, missus. You're the tank. You
I'm the
run in and
tank.
you take it all. Yep,
So I
I'm
can say I'm
tanking.
the tank. Okay, I like that. I like
Yep,
that. I like that.
that's what we
See,
call.
I
I'm
don't
tanking.
understand. They got these twos. Why can't they just use a 6 and make it easier for us? But
I
no,
don't know.
I'm complaining.
Oh,
Is
maybe
that
it's for a fact, like to have the lines in it. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe I don't know. One, two. So this is because this is supposed to have a space.
oh, and then Stunning's telling us about his Van Gogh moment where he had his ear cut open when he was 7 because his brother smacked him with a hockey stick by accident. Are you sure it was an accident
I
there,
don't think
Stunning?
it was an accident.
I don't know if that was an accident.
I know I've dealt with you enough in chat. I don't think it was an accident. I'm just kidding.
No hockey sticks in chat. Lucky
Yeah,
you.
nobody's allowed. Yes, nobody's allowed to have hockey sticks in chat. Nobody's allowed to hit anybody in chat. We must behave. Oh, I'm
Oh,
almost
well,
done.
why am I on stream then? You want people to behave.
Oh, you're behaving. You're behaving. Oh, there we go. Oh, almost done with 7. This is like to me, this is like a gazillion steps right here. And they just say it's one. It's one step. Bull. 1, 2, 3. I'm so glad I have all these spares here because apparently I really stunk at pulling these when I originally pulled. Could you imagine if I did not pull these and had to hunt for all of these? It would be crazy. Crazy long to do this build. 6, 6, and a 2. There, we're done with step 7. And now over to step 8. Okie dokie.
We're getting there. You're
Oh,
doing it.
I know. Usually I just sit here quiet and and I don't have anyone to talk to. I mean, I have to chat, but while I'm building, I chatter away, say, and then we're going to put this piece here, and we're going to do this piece, and
Me-
I just basically talk about, you know, what the piece is and what we're doing with it, and
Mhm.
why. So it's kind of nice to have someone actually talking about the uh, the build. And there's not this. Oh, there it is.
Sir Stunning is telling lies. He's saying he was a sweetheart when he was a little Decepticon. I don't
Yeah,
believe he was ever a sweetheart, but I
I
mean,
don't believe that. I don't believe
I'll
it.
believe it. I mean, those knees, man. I'll believe it.
No, no,
Um,
no, no. I don't believe it. I believe it not.
and he only
I,
needed 2 stitches for it, so he lucked out. Oh,
oh,
Masters is talking more fencing. He says, in the traditional form, you can't move at all. You have a distance of 90 centimeters, and you have to stand your turf. Not even moving your head back is forbidden. Oh, it's forbidden to move your head back, and it would count as an unhonorable retreat. Ooh.
well, I'd
I'd
be
be all over the
unhonorable
place.
all the time.
Same here.
Just count me unhonorable right now. I could deal with that. But yeah, um, it kind of sounds a lot like what's the Japanese where they have the big stick and they hit each other on a lot of hitting.
Kenpo? Kenpo?
Wait, yeah, yes, I think that's it. I am missing a piece, so oh crap, I'm missing 2 pieces. Well, we're going to do what we well, that's not gonna work for them.
But he did learn, Masters did learn to stand his place for him and others, as said, the European soul is difficult for you to understand.
That would be difficult. Oh, I hate using smaller pieces. I have pieces in here that I could
Check.
use, but
Can you check the private chat, Mrs.?
yes. Yeah. Uh,
I'm not sure if you want to
um,
pause.
yeah. Dottie, I'm not really sure. Uh, I'm confused. Um, what is that in?
I think it's in reference to the family comment about with Masters, and then Fundati said, "Well, how long will he be considered family?" And then Dadman asked him to be polite. I think
Oh,
that's where
okay.
we're at.
Uh, so it was further back.
Well, I think the one about how long will he be family was removed by Dadman.
Oh, well, actually, Fun Dottie, if it was something that was my moderator was talking about, they probably know more about it than I am. I have them there because I can't, with especially a bill like this, I can't, um, would be, and maybe there was some stuff that you weren't aware of, and that's why it was removed. So if you're upset, I'm sorry. It was maybe a misunderstanding. Um, so I hope you can sit here and enjoy and enjoy the rest of the stream. Oh, okay. I don't. Yeah. Oh, I think that word is. I Who is he? I don't know who he is. We have a lot of he's in the chat. So
Dadman.
is it referring to Dadman? That word since we're dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch, that word is a not acceptable word. And I have not had time to make a list of words that do not come up on chat. And I think he was being very sensitive to the fact because we are on Twitch also. And we're and Squeeka and me both were new to a lot of this and not knowing. Sometimes we just say words we don't realize that they're not acceptable, and we're learning still. So, did not mean any offense. It so just was over concern that um, on all of our parts. Does that make sense? Did I
Yeah,
address
I
that
think
well?
Dadman wasn't listening and only saw the comment. And
Yeah,
so Dadman was a little he did take his moderation job seriously. And but
yeah,
I thought we fixed that. Like I said it
yeah.
first. Everything's great. It's okay.
Yes.
Um sorry. I will apologize on behalf of Dadman that it came a little strong. He wasn't really listening to me say it, and that's where you got it. Um but yeah, I mean that's been resolved, and
So I'm
so yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, and I hope you can stay and enjoy the rest of the stream. Um, so I hope that resolves it, and I hope that I hope everything would be okay with that. Okay,
Okay.
everything cool? Everything cool. Okay.
I hope you get to
So
the part where we get to see some of the stars. I don't know how
I'm
long you
working
got,
on it.
but build
I'm trying
faster,
to
woman.
I'm building as fast I'm building as fast as I can. Part of it is I'm missing pieces and it's driving me crazy and
Because there's one particular star in the painting that is not a star at all, and I'm not talking about the moon on the far right. It's not a star at all.
hmm.
There's a planet in the painting.
Oh wow, that's cool. I'm going to grab
Hmm.
these two pieces here.
Yep, yep, yep.
So I'm going as fast as I'm building as fast as I can.
Dang, Captain.
Unfortunately, I have apparently um not
I know.
pulled out the right pieces, so I'm struggling with that a bit, trying to find the pieces, but there we go. There we go. So now this piece goes here. We're almost done with this, and then we have a light We were doing so good, and then I had to go hunt for pieces. A light, a turquoise. Come on, turquoise, be in here. Excellent. The turquoise is here. A yellow sand colory. And
Yeah.
this,
Sand colory.
I don't know what to
I
call it.
like that.
It is what it is. And then we have that. And then we have a 3. Oh, good. Apparently I just missed those pieces for I don't know why. So we have a 3 here that goes like that. A 3 here that goes, whoops, wrong color. A light 3 here.
Oh, almost dropped coffee everywhere.
Oops. Nope.
That would have been bad. That
That would not have this. Both of the, oh, shoot. Both of these.
They're so tiny. Like I just can't get over how tiny these pieces
If
are.
you saw, I should compare them to a regular Lego. Um,
Oh no, I can. I mean, I've seen the comparison side by side, and it's just,
so
it
we
still
have,
never amazes me.
they're very small. That's why some of the things like these I do over the container, because if they fall, I would never find them. I would never find them. And then this goes like that. So that's that. Let's look at the next page and see what we have here.
So yeah, so he tells his brother. He's writing to his brother about his view and things that have gone on, and he writes a letter to his brother and says, "This morning I saw the country from my window a long time before sunrise, with nothing but the morning star, which looked very big." And that description, that's what turned into the Starry Night. So that's his. This is the pre-sunrise image that he saw in his mind. And granted, like we've said before, it's not, the village is not really there. Cypress tree
There
isn't
we
there. He
go.
took some liberties, but
What's that so far? It's at an
oh,
angle.
oh, okay,
Okay.
okay, that's interesting. I
Yeah.
didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I do know that I was very interesting how they did it at an angle.
Oh,
Um,
that was unexpected. Okay, I was wondering how you were going to lay that on the piece that you built, but now you're not laying. It's just, oh, okay.
it just is.
Oh, that's intense. All right. That totally took me for the loop. What was I talking about? I don't even remember what I was saying now.
His brother, and I
Oh,
think the
it is
15.
blurry. You're
By the
right.
way,
Fun Dottie, it is blurry.
I thank the 15 people that are watching so much, and we are um, an hour and 37 minutes into the stream. Thank you all for watching. We're on step 10, which we are surprisingly doing better than I thought we would be doing. But but for me, you're doing wonderful. You're doing wonderful. I wasn't sure how well I was going to be doing on this stream because these are insane. These they're like crazy. But whoops, I'm building not over. Let me build over this. So yeah, we're doing pretty good here. I think we might have a chance. We might have a chance of having this done. Thank you, Squeeka.
Oh,
Couldn't have
yeah,
done it without you. And all these and all
anytime.
this wonderful, really, honestly, I mean, I'm very serious when I say that the information is just um, amazing. It's just really, really, really good. So
Oh, the star. I was talking about the morning star. Okay, so
yes.
in the Starry Night, if you look at the painting on the where the cypress is, there's a bright circle that's different than the others. It's got a lot more white around it. It's closer to the horizon. That bright star right there on the horizon is actually Venus.
Oh yeah. Well, I can see that.
He actually, that's the morning star, and it's, I mean, Venus is a common, it's the morning star and the evening star for a lot of us. And you can
Hmm.
tell the difference between stars and planets because planets don't twinkle.
Right. Right. I do know that. I do
So
remember that.
so yeah, he actually painted Venus, which they have said is astronomically possible at the time. While the moon is off, the Venus was there.
Huh. That.
So yeah, there's Venus in there. He painted Venus.
Wow. That is cool.
So now
So
next time you look at the Starry Night, that little white dot towards the bottom left.
is Venus. There's the first 2 rows of that. Oh, that is really cool. Oh, crap.
But yeah, so
That is really neat.
mhm.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. One of my favorite pieces too is the little church at the bottom in the little
Mhm.
town. It's really cute. I don't know. I just and the lights in the windows and like people just waking up.
Right. Sorry, I'm ugh, this piece is this part is gonna I'm not sure where this goes.
It looks like the mountains. It's probably the mountains.
Probably is gonna go I'm not sure. I do not know. We will find out. I'm so afraid I'm gonna dump that on the ground. Then I will cry. You don't want to see me cry.
I'm crying
It's
right now because you're not going
it's
fast enough. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm trying. I I'm going as fast as I can. I'm going as fast as I can. I can't go any more, please. You're being mean to me. I'm trying. I'm trying.
And then Masters is singing some songs to us, singing the
He's
I'm
singing.
Blue song. He's singing the blue I'm Blue
I'm blue.
song to us. And then
I'm blue
we
because
fixed
I
the
can't go
blurry issue.
faster.
Now he's singing I'm Venus. I'm your Venus. He's singing that one. Man, I used to roller
Uh,
skate to that song,
I'm
jam
try
out.
you know, I know the tunes, but as soon as I try to do something out of my have it come out of my mouth, it doesn't work.
Yeah, well, everything that comes out of my mouth doesn't work, so it's okay.
I don't know, you're doing pretty good here. You're doing pretty good with your, talking. I I
I'm trying.
appreciate it.
I
It's
haven't even
really
gotten
cool.
to the nerdy math part of it yet.
The nerdy math part? There's nerdy math, everybody. Yay!
Yay!
Okay, let's see.
Still on the fence about that part. I mean, the other stuff's pretty cool.
Nerdy math, and today's Mathematician Day. Did you know that?
Mhm.
In honor of a Indian mathematician who was a genius and was the first fellow in um, England. I can't remember the college, but first Indian fellow. Nope, something isn't right here. Something's not right.
But
Give me a second.
yeah, me I'm trying to skim through the not nerdy parts.
Okay. We need
Let's
to
see.
ban that person, please. Thank you.
Um, no,
Give me a
I need to
second.
know.
Give me a second,
Nope, not
please.
that one either. Nope, that's the wrong link.
Thank you so much for dealing with that. Sorry about that, guys.
I already said my voice was ear piercing. Good to know. Woo woo. Breaking eardrums the hard way. Um, Master says math day. I'm out.
Sorry. I'm a little trying to figure out what I did wrong here.
I'm telling you, that's got to be the mountain. It's got to be.
Yeah.
That's me clicking. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm clicking.
1, 2, 3, 1. It seems like it's off by 1. Oh, I guess it's not. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
I don't
Um,
understand why people have to be hateful. I really don't.
maybe if they spend more family time than living their life on the internet.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna sit here and build a little bit, Squeak, if you could just
That's
chat, I
fine.
would
So
appreciate it.
so with like the math thing, what's funny? Okay, so all right, time for some nerds. Y'all ready?
Let's nerd out. Let's nerd out.
So one of the reasons that this has gotten such popularity is the fact that um people that study the dynamics of the galaxies, the molecular clouds and things like that. Not I'm not talking about our clouds. I'm talking about like true galaxy clouds and stars and stuff.
Mhm.
Um Van Gogh's Starry Night contains star-related patterns. Like it mimics the galaxy. It's called turbulence. The motifs and the movements of the galaxies. Um, now this has gone into more exploration, common and recently, but it's not. It's been discovered for a while. Um, when 2000 in 2000, oh, when did Hubble come out? It was it early 2000s. Um, the Hubble telescope saw like this halo of light around a star, and a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, it's the Starry Night." And at first they thought it was a manufactured image, like it was
Mm.
composed of the two. That's how similar they both are. And like I said, there's the Cypress road cypress, whatever, the one with the cypress in the road, and then the wheat field with the crows. Those have the same kind of turbulence. So they studied this, and they studied like the spectrum of the clouds and the movement, and then they found that let me hold on, let me go to this thing where I get the real science, yo. um
You can do it. You can do it.
2D maps from the color channels or for I don't
That
want
is
to do
gonna be so cool. Huh.
Fourier analysis. I don't want to do like the statistics part of it. I'm trying to skim
Right.
through.
I understand that.
Um,
Is
so
that
they
piece too
basically
tall?
these eddies and these behaviors found in this supersonic turbulence were observed both in galaxies, and it matched the Starry Night, and it's an explanation for why the large eddies that seem to feed or drive smaller eddies in the Starry Night qualitatively resemble those found in turbulent clouds.
Oh,
He's not the
wow.
only one. There's been others. Austrian painter Gustav Klimt included swirling features in his work, such as the Tree of Life. Stacy Spiegel has done vortex patterns and fluid behavior in their art. But
I
it what makes it so intriguing about Van Gogh is that he wasn't likely thinking about how this worked. Like his brain wasn't thinking, "Oh, I
he
need
was
to create this." He would really just had an eye for
it was
that.
like intuitive?
Hmm. And the patterns exist in other worlds. You see them like in the eddies and flows of
Mhm.
like the rivers and streams and things like that. But they say that Van Gogh was sensitive to certain kinds of features in the world, and he embodied a lot of those features in his work.
Mm. Very interesting. Sorry, I was looking for, these pieces look too big. I was looking to see if they had a different, um, uh, what I can't think of it. Different pieces for it.
Oh, for the different colored pieces?
These right here, I think they're different. Um, they're too tall, and I was looking to see if I could find a shorter versions of it, but I don't know if there are. See, they all look tall. Okay, so that it must be that because they're all the same height. Okay. So we'll just have to figure this out because something doesn't look right
Hmm.
on this. Okay, let's. Okay, we put that in
But so
this.
going back to it, so because he could recreate that
Sorry.
turbulence. Oh no, you're fine. Uh, um,
You know, there's
because
some people like say that they can see, they can, like they see colors and they see things. You like they can see the patterns of colors and things like that. And I think maybe he could actually do that. He could see the color, and that's why he could draw. This. It was just an intuitive thing, just to be able to draw it. That it just was what he saw.
right.
Um, and it just was. Well,
And it goes back to like, and I think I don't know if the type of painting lends to this, um or if it's truly like his intuition. It may have just been that the type of painting at the time just really influenced that the ability to see the turbulence and things like that. But because of that observation and the way he painted it, it does seem to flicker because of the way it is. And
oh,
it's not just the way the turbulence bends. It's the use of that three-dimensional space where there's canvas and then layers of paint, so the
mhm.
light catches it in different shadows and things like that. So the painting itself does seem to flicker,
Oh, that is really cool.
and they see that contrast of motion, and none of the colors necessarily blend perfectly. um so yeah, the brain kind of sees the contrasting colors without blending them, and then it makes them look like they flicker,
That is really cool.
and that
I
lends to that image of turbulence.
That is really cool. I am looking for spare pieces because I don't know what's going on here. So we're just adding some pieces because I don't know. Because we're gonna. Because I don't know I don't I just don't get it. So we're just gonna make it work. Here, let me go back to StreamYards here.
So yeah, and there's a whole lot of there's like somebody did a TED talk on the whole mathematical turbulence theory and explained it in greater detail, and I'm not going to go into that. It's just
But in this it is fascinating though. It is fascinating. So now we have this piece that goes like that, but it doesn't fit. Oh, wait, you know why? Because I did this wrong. Let's take these few pieces out now. This is not, I don't understand something is not right here. And I don't
uh-oh.
quite understand what is going on. So
Was it
we're
because
going
I
to,
told you to build too fast?
I
Do
think so. No, no. I think
you
it
feel
was
pressured?
no, I think it was something else that did that. It wasn't you. Um, one
Oh,
second.
something broke. So
I'm
this is where
muting
I take.
myself for 1 second.
Okay, this is where I take
Oh,
over the
shoot. We've
stream.
got to stop the stream right now.
Okay.
Let's stop the stream right now.
Okay.